on this computer. All right. So how's everybody doing tonight?
I'm great.
Good. Well, I know y'all been traveling around, out seeing Morgan, out seeing Papa Sam out there in sunny San Diego. Earl,
Yeah.
like you hadn't left yet. Looks like you're still at home, right? Are you still in Dallas or wherever you're at? Earl, can you hear me?
Oh, yeah. I'm still in Dallas. I know you're talking to me. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah. No, I said, Earl, it looks like you're still at home. I know you're leaving.
We're leaving tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow.
Tomorrow. And before we get, and by the way, Monica, for y'all just joining us, got up at 4:30 in the morning. Not got up. She got up at 4. She left about 4:30 to go to Austin. She's been up all day, so she's fresh as a daisy right now. So, well, we'll keep the call short is what I'm trying to say. I didn't go to the gym. I think the only person on, we just found out a little earlier, Karen is the only person on the, maybe Brandon. I don't know how many of y'all took Prepare in the last couple, 2 or 3 hours. Oh, all of y'all did? I'm slacking. I didn't take Prepare tonight. I didn't go to the gym.
I've been to the gym.
Say again?
I said I've been to the gym. Brandon has it.
Gym? Yeah.
Yep.
So all of y'all, no wonder y'all all giddy and good moods because y'all are on Prepare. So that we should make it a thing when people sign up in the business. That's the first thing they take, like Prepare with a lift off, even before they take. They need to get prepared. It's a good metaphor. They need to get prepared to do some damn business. You understand? So, how long you been in the business, Karen?
A few months now.
Few months now. You afraid to answer me now?
I'm really close to meet my 500. Really close.
Right. No, she. Hey, and that's another thing. That's another thing that I'm gonna swing back to is today's the first day that she's ever tried Prepared. She's been in the business for how many months? Was that several months?
Yes.
Several is probably between 3 and 12. Correct?
No, not 12.
Oh.
Maybe 3.
What took you so long?
And just now trying to prepare. So let me tell you something. If people start to be, and by the way, this ain't even about you, Karen. I'm just using this as a thing. If people get into the business, we get them using Prepare earlier. Guess what? Then they're gonna be all in good moods like you are, and they're gonna be out doing more business because they're gonna be fired up to go, just like you are right now.
They're gonna be focused.
So anyway, so how's everybody doing? Everybody doing good?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Yep. Good.
Yeah.
How many days you got left at the end of the month? Somebody help me out here. I can't see my calendar here. It's the 20th.
11.
It's
11.
So somebody, please tell me what that means.
2-minute warning.
I can't hear you.
2-minute warning.
2-minute warning. So essentially, we got the two most important days of the. Y'all might want to write this down. We got 2 of the most important days of 2017 coming up here in the next handful of days. I'm gonna tell you what those 2 days are. You ready? If you're ready, Sam, ready?
Ready.
Okay. The first one is the 24th of December. The Dallas Cowboys are playing, and Zeke Elliott gets to come back.
Don't worry about it. That ain't too important.
Hey, y'all can mute yourselves. Yep, you can mute yourselves.
Man, you said that was an important day.
I do not say anything bad about New Orleans. I love New Orleans. I do not say anything bad about San Diego. I love San Diego.
I don't care for them.
Whoever, y'all got to learn something. Y'all got to learn something real quick. Whatever team you love is the team I love.
All right. The Cowboys?
I love the Saints. I love the Chargers. Jerron, what team do you love?
Uh-oh.
I can't hear you.
Cowboys, of course.
Well, I love the Cowboys too.
Hey, you said that with a little different motivation.
Oh.
You gonna say,
You happen to be right, my good sir. But I love all your teams, is what I'm trying to say. I love all your teams.
Okay.
Got it.
Okay? So there's a good little trick for you. There's a good little trick for you. Whenever you're doing business with people, love their team.
Mm.
You understand? That ain't on my notes, but that's just a little psychological side note. Whatever they love, I mean, obviously be genuine. Don't lie to them, okay? But at the same time, have an appreciation for their love for whoever they love. Love who they love, especially when it comes to sports and stuff like that. It's not that big deal. Unless we're talking about the Giants. Now, the Giants, no. I'm just joking. I'm just joking because they're Giant fans out there. But, you know, everybody loves their own team. You know what I mean? You got Khalil Blakey loves Philadelphia. And, hey, love Philadelphia. Great. Philadelphia's fantastic. If you had 50 people in Philadelphia in your organization, would you love the Philadelphia Eagles?
Most
Oh,
definitely.
yeah.
Would you be glad they're in first place?
Yes,
Most
sir.
Yeah.
definitely.
You know why? Because all your people in Philadelphia are in a good mood. That's what I'm trying to say. So you know, you could use that analogy for pretty much anything. So love whatever your people love, or at least have an appreciation for what they love. You understand? You understand?
Got it.
Understand? Yeah, you understand. So with that said, we got 11 days till the end of the month. The most 2 important days of the year are in front of us out of those 11 days. And I'm going to try this one more time after what I've just taught y'all. Now, the first most important day is on Sunday, and Zeke Elliott has been out for 6 games. And Dallas has won the last 3 in a row, so we're still in the hunt. We lost the first 3 without him. We put together the last 3, so there's a lot of pressure on him this Sunday. I mean, we've already lost. He's coming, and it's in Dallas on Sunday, Christmas Eve. And so y'all put some love out there for Zeke when he comes back. I mean, it would be a tragedy for Zeke to come back and to lose that one after we just lost 3 and we've been waiting for him to come back. Oh, no, that can't happen. So y'all throw some
I
love.
so wish he would never left because they killed my fantasy when he left. I got him on.
Clear. So anyway, throw some love towards Dallas. And then the next thing, of course, we got Christmas. And so Christmas is pretty much, in terms of business, is a write-off, except for it probably ain't a write-off in Sam's house.
No.
I
No,
wonder
sir.
what they're going to be talking about. You know what I mean? So some families, it's not a write-off because it's a chance. Yeah, exactly. Look at it. So for some families, it's not a write-off because you got a chance to sit around and everybody all full from whatever they've been eating. And if they're not yet on Herbalife, then you can be mixing up your tea and, you know, running around the house and in a good mood. And they're over there falling asleep because they're so full and bloated. You know what I mean? So there are some opportunities there to plant some silent seeds or to conduct business. But of course, Christmas in general is not really a day to conduct a whole lot of business unless your whole family is in Herbalife and together. You know what I mean? So anyway, enjoy your day with your families and stuff like that. But 2 important days in front of us. And then after Monday, I don't have my calendar, but we'd have 6 days left in the month. Tuesday through what? Saturday,
Sunday.
Sunday. I don't have my calendar.
Tuesday through Sunday.
Tuesday through Sunday. And that's the time for, so if we already know got Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. So, you know, there's kind of 2 days out of 11 that are kind of whatever, iffy. So y'all got 9 days to run. You understand? 9 days to throw out some wheeling and dealing and some specials and get people set up for the new year. And a lot of it is about the seeds that you're planting, mindset, you know, what you're planting in their head. You know, do you know, I've been watching some personal development videos lately. Y'all keep in mind, part of your presentation with some folks can be, you know, taxes. You know, do you know if you have your own home-based business or your own business, that if you start a part-time business, then that opens you up for a whole bunch of deductions that you wouldn't normally have if you didn't have a part-time business. And I'm talking about even a part-time business that you want to make an extra 2 or 3 or 4 or 500 a month. You don't got to get into Herbalife and be a person that wants to make six figures or make millions and get on the president's team. You can be a person that just wants to make $300, $400, $500, $600 extra a month. And trust me, there's going to be a big need for that when in January, February, and March. Why? Because the Christmas bill comes in. All these people that are impulse shoppers and getting marketed to right now, all these people that got children, and by the way, whatever the children are on their little devices or playing with, right? The little, how they're playing their little iPads and their games. And so the children are on the iPads too. The children are on the TVs too. And the children are getting marketed to. And guess what? Guess what they want for Christmas? They want you to buy them, they want Santa to bring them. Guess who Santa is, right? You. You're going to have to, buy them whatever they want Santa to bring them so they have a great Christmas, okay? And so then the credit card bill comes in on January 20th, and you're like, what? What did I do? You know what I mean? So people are going to be needing to earn money in the new year, so you can go ahead and plant those seeds in their mind right now to get them thinking about starting up a new business and save big time on your taxes. All of a sudden, everything you do, everywhere you go, is a potential tax write-off. You guys understand?
Yeah.
Your food, your gas, a portion of your house. I mean, I have an office in my house. You know what I mean? Computers, that's for business. An office upstairs. Monica has an office upstairs, so there's square footage. You know what I'm saying? So there's all sorts of things like that you can start writing off. Trips, the STSs, LDWs, all of those things are business expenses. I believe even personal consumption on products is a write-off. Is it not, Monica? Monica's the tax person over here. She does all the numbers. I mean, think about that for a minute.
Miss O'Neill's.
What I just said, I never even it just hit me right now. So you got one person that needs to lose 50 pounds and that needs to make money. Okay. If they're not in Herbalife, then they can certainly get on the products and lose weight, and it's going to cost them whatever, whether they're a retail customer, preferred member, or whatever. If they become a distributor, guess what? Essentially, they're getting free products. Because now they can write it all off it's their own business. They're self-employed now, part-time. I never thought about that inside of that presentation when we're talking to people. You guys understand that? So ask people, hey, here's part of a presentation, a plant in their head when the time is right. Hey, how would you like to say because that would be on this year. That means on December, if they signed up tomorrow, the next day, the next day, the next day, any products, anything they did for the rest of the month, right, would be a write-off for this year's taxes. So how would you like to get in the business and get on the products and have the products be a complete write-off on your taxes? If you get in before the end of the year, then that'll be possible. You can do that. You write that thing off. So they can get a $500 order. They can plan ahead and get a 2-month supply, and the whole thing is a write-off. Because now they're a new business owner. Does that stuff make sense? I've never thought about that before, but as we approach the end of the year, that could be the little extra light bulb moment that helps your person sign on the dotted line before December 31st. When we're talking about distributor making money. So you can just throw out those questions. You understand? Just throw out those questions. Some of the, I've been watching some videos and podcasts of some people. There was one guy that built he was in the insurance, an Iranian guy. He's from Iran. And then he was a refugee in Germany after Khomeini. He left Iran. He's in Iran for about his first 10 or 12 years. And then they left and they were in a refugee camp in Germany for 2 years before he came to America. And it's about an hour or something podcast. Anyway, in the last 7 years, he's built I guess you would call it an insurance agency or whatever. that write policies, from 0 to 100 million. That's what he's built in the last 7 years. So anyway, this guy's really good. He was being interviewed by this guy, and they were talking about a lot of the psychological traits, like what type of people do you look for when you hire them? What type of questions do you ask? Who do you look for? Because they were talking about introverts and extroverts, because there's all types. And then they started going down the list, and they're going, well, Bill Gates is an introvert, right? What's the Facebook guy?
Mark Zuckerberg.
Mark Zuckerberg is an introvert, right? All these people they started naming that are millionaires and billionaires introverts, right? And there's a few extroverts, so it doesn't matter. So he said some of the introverts are like quiet warriors. They sit there and they don't say much of anything, but when it's time to get on task, they get the job done, and they go after it. So everybody that you're looking for, they're saying you really can't judge them. You can really only find out by like asking them, sitting down and asking them some questions. What are your goals? What are you looking for? Why would you like to have your own home-based business? Ask them 5, 6, 7 questions to find out what type of personality traits that they are. And then maybe you can make some sort of assessment and let them know that they got a legitimate shot at doing this thing. Because it really doesn't matter what they say. I mean, how many quiet, shy housewives have we got in Herbalife in 94 countries that didn't think that they could do it? Right? Plenty. Doesn't matter what their job background are or personality. There's somebody that can match up with them trait for trait that's done a great job in Herbalife. Right? It's good if you know some of those stories to help with some of those personality traits. Okay, so this goes the kind of the moral to the story. After listening to him, they were doing some role playing on there, and this guy, I mean, he's got the questions. He's got the questions to find out about these people. So you need to make your list of questions. Okay, I can for anybody that's interested, I can send the name of that podcast, what it is. If y'all are interested, go ahead, Elsie. What do you want to say?
I wanted you to send that.
Or I could tell you what it is right now. It's Tai Lopez, TAI. This guy's a young guy, multi-millionaire out in California, and he does a lot of social media stuff, and he's interviewing all these famous people. He had Mark Cuban in his home, interviews a lot of these millionaires and billionaires, and he's like, tell these people how you did it. So it's kind of like that real informal, impromptu thing. Let me look up the name of this podcast and I'll tell you. That's his name. So you can look, if you have iTunes or Spotify, where is it? Can y'all see that?
Not really.
No.
Oh, how about that?
The Tai Lopez show.
Yeah, I've seen him
The
before.
actual podcast. So he broadcasts on all these different channels and stuff, but this is on Spotify, but it's also on iTunes. There's also got a lot of YouTube videos as well. Now,
He's
let me
very
find
popular.
the name of that particular one.
Super Mario went over, like you're talking about, went over to his house.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, he did.
Went over to Ty's house?
Yeah. Not too long ago, maybe about a month and a half ago, to sit and discuss leadership.
Oh, listen.
So he got his flashlights. I took pictures of them, and his buddy, they were joking. They're like, we should call these survival flashlights because this is like the coolest thing. Launched that flashlight funnel in like a 2-month period of time. It's $20 million. So my members were like, how come you guys don't try this software? Why do you switch it over? They said, it's not your.
Let me put my glasses on. I thought I just had it. How to make, how to build. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll put it on NCL because there's too many on here and I'm having trouble finding it because a lot of them have the same titles. Oh, here it is. From 0 to 100 million in 3 years with Russell. I can't see the name. Russell Brunson, I think.
Got it.
From 0 to 100 million in 3 years.
Yeah, ClickFunnels Secrets or something.
Yeah.
Russell Brunson.
Russell Brunson.
Yeah, I got it.
Got it.
Got it.
Anyway, really good listening to because all of that stuff is universal in any business, because it's about working with people and recognizing traits and qualities, and then you'll learn some of the questions to ask people. Okay, some of the different questions to ask people, and this could be for products, this could be for business. Okay, but anyway, 11 days till the end of the month. It's time to. I mean, this is your last chance at what? At your fourth quarter momentum.
Yeah.
To set the tone for your first quarter of 2018. I can't believe I'm saying 2018. 2018. You understand? Boom. How many times have we talked about that? Boom, boom, boom. I mean, I look back and I remember 1999 being on conference calls, 98, 97, 96, 2002, 2005. Same thing, over and over and over. Now it's fixed to be 2018. Okay. So I think it's important for y'all to really know and believe in where you're going and where you can be and where you're gonna be in 2018. Write that down. I got a heater over here. I think I lost about 7 pounds. It's melting me. I came in my office. It's cold. We don't put the heat on because of that air. But so think about where you want to be, where you're gonna be, where you can be. You understand? I would, if I were you, I would put July. What are the dates of the extravaganza? The 9th, 10th, 11th, something like that? I don't have it in front of me.
27.
The 7th?
27 to the 29th.
Oh, it's that late in the month?
Yeah.
Okay, my bad. Yeah, in the last couple of years, it's been around the 9th, 10th, 11th, so I got that in my brain.
Yeah.
Okay. So we got a little, but still, that's exactly from right now, 7 months. Because what is it right now? The 20th.
Yeah.
That's 7 months. Now, how many 90-day plans is that? 2. Not 3. 2. 2 90-day plans and an extra 3 or 4 weeks, right?
Yeah.
2 90-day plans, an extra 3 or 4 weeks. Because then you got to think about those inside of those 90-day plans. You're going to have certain holidays inside of those 90-day plans too. That don't mean you're working. For some of you, you'll be working 7 days a week. For some of you, you won't be working 7 days a week. Either is fine, right? But on some particular weeks, you're not going to be working 7 on 7 by your own choice. And then there's going to be others of you that will be working 7 on 7. So when you say a 90-day plan, that doesn't even mean that you're working every 90 days on that plan.
Right.
You got holidays, and so you got Valentine's Day, you got Easter, you got whatever, right? Birthdays, anniversaries, all these sorts of things that are inside of that 7 months that's going to maybe take you sideways or you're not focused on your business. Does that make sense? So you can't get fooled that I got a full 7 months. Actually, you don't. You start taking away some Sundays and taking away some holidays and taking away some special occasions, taking away some, by the way, some unforeseens that you don't even know about yet, you know? So it's not these full 90-day plans. So that means that y'all have to have a fear of, first of all, sense of urgency and a fear of loss at the same time. Mark Hughes used to always talk about that. Fear of loss and a sense of urgency. You got to have a combination of both. Okay? Fear of loss, sense of urgency. Here's another thing with fear of loss. You need to have a combination of fear of loss and a hope of gain. At the same time, a combination of both. Fear of missing out, FOMO. Fear of missing out, fear of losing out, FOLO. There's one. FOLO, FOMO. Fear of missing out, fear of losing out. So you have to have the sense of that, because then guess what happens to you, inside of you? Then you don't procrastinate, because you're like, I can't afford to procrastinate. I was listening to one of his podcasts today, and he's talking about people being lazy and people procrastinating. He said, it's like you have to approach this like it's your duty. Like it's your duty to whatever you're supposed to be doing to build your business, to develop your financial wall that you're after, to develop your dynasty, to reach the level of success that you're trying to reach, right? He says you have to look at this like it's your duty. And if it's hard, because he was talking to like a professional bodybuilder, a UFC fighter. He said, if a professional UFC fighter is getting ready for a fight and trying to cut weight, right? And he didn't say this on his show, but this is just something I'm thinking about. And let's say you got 7 days till the weight. And let's say, by the way, you know how much some of these fighters get paid, right? Some of these fighters get paid a lot of money. I love fights, boxing. I was up late last night watching boxing. But some of these fighters get paid a lot of money. So it's their job, right? It's their job to go work out. It's their job to be in training camp, to hit the pavement, to do the work, to put in the hours, right? And even when it's painful, correct? Even when it's painful. Now, for these fighters that are cutting weight, a lot of you probably know this, that a lot of these fighters might be walking around at like normal weight, like a normal human being weight. Like I'm almost like right now, I'm like 170, right? But some of these fighters that are walking around like I am, that have a normal weight, okay, of 170, 168, whatever, they're fighting in a 145 weight class, or even 140 lightweight, okay, or welterweight, things like that. You guys understand? So they got to cut over a period of 10 weeks. They got to cut 25. Imagine if I lost 25 pounds. Really? And that's just taking me down to 150, 145. Of course, after they hit the scale and weigh in, then within 24 hours, a lot of them rehydrate and they gain 12 and 15 pounds within a matter of hours. Yeah. They're sucking down that Gatorade and whatever else to rehydrate, right? So would that be painful? You know, especially when it's not like excess weight. You're already in pretty good shape. It's not like you're 50 pounds overweight, like bad weight, right? So if you're a fighter, then and you're going to show up for the fight to win the prize money, and you have pride. You don't want to get knocked out, right? Right? You don't want to embarrass you and your family. Most of these fighters, if you hear their interviews, the ones that are married and they got children, they're fighting for their wife and their family. They're fighting for their children. They're fighting for food on the table. That's why they want to take the other guy's head off. That's the way they approach it, right? So the things that you got to do to go out there and build your business between now and July extravaganza, whenever the thief in your own mind, or whenever laziness or procrastination or another event comes up that might get you a little sideways from your responsibilities, you have to look at this thing. It's your duty. It's your job responsibility. You understand? You have to have that philosophy and buy into that philosophy, hook, line, and sinker, so you don't get sidetracked, so you don't get pulled over here. See, how many weddings you gonna go to next year between now and the extravaganza? You know? How many anniversaries? How many birthday parties? How many people are going to put a guilt trip on you for not coming? By the way, I'm not saying don't go. Don't get me wrong. You know what I mean? You guys got me? But I'm
Got
just saying, you do got to kind of make some choices because things like that will happen. And successful and driven people, they have to make that analysis when things like that happen. What's more important? I remember, and Monica, you remember this too, when Trey and Mamie got married, it was, I think it was either September or October of 1999. Do you know how I remember? Here's how I remember, so you don't have to guess. I saw them in an SDS and whatever, because they come from Mississippi, even way back then, 19 years ago, coming to Dallas for the SDSs. And this is before Trey and Mamie were married. I mean, we knew Trey before it was Trey and Mamie. It was Trey and Susie. You guys understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got
Trey, I told you that. But we knew Trey when Trey, you understand what I'm trying to say. It wasn't Trey and Mamie. So anyway, Trey and Mamie fell in love, whatever. They're getting married, invited me and Monica to the wedding. All my other friends are going to the wedding that are in Herbalife, right? All my other, you know. And guess who had to say no? Oh, woo. And I'm going to tell you one thing right now. Okay, now looking back on it, I wish I would have went. So I have the memory in my memory book. But at the time, it wasn't even a consideration. Now, I didn't tell them in those words that. But between me and Monica, it wasn't a consideration. Because do you guys understand that August, September, October, November, and December, that was the foundation when me and Monica qualified president's team. Okay, now, we weren't president's team yet. We were millionaire team. In August, I remember what the numbers are. Write them down. August 99. August, our group volume was 85,000. Millionaire team. August. Okay. September, it went to 121. I remember how much it went to in September. That's a lot increase, pretty good increase from August to September. And August is traditionally slow months and stuff like that. At least back then it was. And then then October, and then September was when we were invited. But we had so much momentum, we told them, we're sorry. We got so much momentum, our head down, our butt up. Sorry, but we cannot afford to break away for 3 days. We really can. I'm so sorry. And October, first cut of president's team with 247,000 group volume. We went from 121 to 247. Now, how much increase is that in 1 month? I don't know. 120-something thousand, 126,000 in 1 month increase. Now, what if we would have took off and go to the wedding? Could we have hit it? Probably. Because I didn't know we were going to hit it in October anyway. I just knew that we had massive momentum on our side and we couldn't get full. Even for a good cause. Wasn't like we were going to the beach. It's like we're going to be a witness for our friend's wedding, right? Enjoy the celebration. We don't want to miss out on that either. We're the only ones that didn't go. Everybody else went. Okay? But here's the good news. We got to see the pictures, so we saw the pictures. So great wedding. Awesome. And we got our first cut of president's team. And then, of course, November and December, we didn't just close out the year as president's team members. It was more special because at the time, for any of you guys that were alive, I know we got some young ones on, but for anybody who was alive in 1999, it's called closing out the millennium because it was fixed to be a new millennium, 99 going into 2000. So we blasted December, third cut of president's team, and going into January 1st of the year 2000, the new millennium. It was a big deal back then, not such a big deal right now, but big deal back then. It meant so much more. going into the new millennium as president's team members. So there's these little things is what I'm trying to say that are going to be unforeseen and unplanned, and you'll have to make those judgment calls on what's important to you. Now, y'all keep in mind, the great thing about Herbalife is what? All the possibilities, the freedom, the flexibility when we're talking about the business, of course, the health benefits, the fun, the recognition, the relationship that you build that are going to be for a lifetime, by the way, right? There's so many of those benefits, right? But sometimes when we look at being self-employed and all the benefits of being self-employed, I call your own shots. I'm my own boss. You know, I got freedom and flexibility to do what I want, when I want. That means sometimes people like that, they're going to be accepting those invitations to the birthday parties and the birthday parties of the friends' children. Come to my you understand? Neighborhood birthday party. I gotta bring my children to that because they're friends with that. You understand? So you'll get like, I don't want to say it like this, but just so y'all understand, you'll get suckered into things like that because your kids will come up and pull on you because they're friend. So you're gonna have to navigate through that stuff. And then for some of you, you're gonna have your wives or your husbands to contend with. You know, maybe they're not on the same page as you are. So you're gonna have those things. So all I'm saying is trying to give y'all a little bit of food for thought and to get you and to keep you thinking and looking into the future, okay? Into the future about where you can be, okay? Not just where you can be, but where you're gonna be. If you're really gonna get there, you gotta really start believing, number one, have a vision of what it can be like, and then more importantly, take it to the second step of what it will be like, what it's going to be like, because now that's absolute. You see the difference in what it can be like? That's almost like what it could be like, what it can be like, what it could be like, what it might be like. There's not much, what's the word for it? Definiteness. It's not definitive. You understand? With the universe, you got to be definite, right? With the law of the universe, the energy, the gravitational pull that you pull good things into your life, good relationships, good business things, good ideas, right? You got to be in you guys know, you got to be on purpose, and you got to be in sync with that. You understand? Then when you are, guess what? Number one, if you change it from it can be, it could be, it might be, more to a definite that it will be, then you'll buy into it more. Meaning in terms of your belief system, it becomes more visual, it becomes more real in your head. You start dreaming about it, actually. And then when you start dreaming about it, you know you'll be dreaming about it because it's so deep in your subconscious. That's what's important. You know, if you start dreaming about, Get Team, Millionaire Team, President's Team, and the SDSs and the LDWs, and if you're dreaming about the extravaganzas, that means it's on your mind quite a bit. You guys kind of get that? If you've been in Herbalife for a year or 2 years or 3 years and you've never had a dream about an STS, an LDW, or an extravaganza, you ain't thinking about Herbalife much, are you? How many of y'all have had a dream about an STS or an LDW extravaganza or something of that nature? You know what I mean? Or even dreaming about dancing. I've dreamed about dancing before. I was at the club and people dancing, because it's in your subconscious. You'll dream about things that are in your subconscious. Okay? So you start dreaming and thinking about where you will be in July 2018 at that Toyota, I was going to say the Toyota Stadium. That's over here. The NRG Stadium in Houston. You guys see the difference?
Got it.
Before Bob became president's team, I'm telling you, he was visualizing. He was like, when I get on stage, I'm gonna be wearing this. The crowd's gonna look like this. It's gonna feel like this. Everything, right? And when it actually happened, and we took the pictures and stuff like that, because we were all like ready for him, and so we took the pictures. And it was in a big stadium out in Nashville, big stadium, monster stadium. And it was we probably had, I don't know, 25 or 30,000 people. It was big. And he went up there, got his press team pin and all that good stuff. We took the picture. And when we showed him the pictures, he said, that's exactly what it was like in my dream. I don't think in my dreams. I don't think he dreamed about it once. He dreamed about it a lot because he was like, it was so important to him. It was so important to him. And I'm going to tell you another thing right now, who it was important to. It was important to me and Monica too. You guys know that. You guys know sometimes for the people that you sponsor, or it could even be your second or third line that you're working with, fourth line that you're working with, that you've developed a closeness to, a bond, a relationship. Things that are important to them become very important to you too. And you feel what they feel. You hurt when they hurt. You're happy when they're happy. And then sometimes you want it even more than they do. I'm sure all of y'all have been there, that you want it even worse than they want it sometimes. But when y'all both want it bad, so bad, woo, that's a powerful force right there. Sponsor, and whatever that is. What's the name of that? Sponsor and sponsee, however that works. Okay. You guys understand that stuff?
Yeah.
Okay. So here's just my recommendation. Okay. Maybe on, while y'all are watching Zeke, just put it on them on Sunday. Spend 5 minutes and think about this stuff and reflect on what, number one, gratitude always, right? Gratitude on how awesome 2017 has been. But then you stake your claim now. I don't want to see any of you, and I know this, but just metaphorically speaking, I don't want to see any of y'all posting on January 1st, this is my year. You leave that up to all the other knuckleheads and let them post that this is my year on January 1st and then give up on January 14th. Not you, because you've already staked your claim. Probably most of you have already staked your claim 3 months ago when we started talking about it. You understand? But this is just kind of a reminder to get it in the forefront of your head. Because I'm going to tell you one thing right now, and it's everything that you already know, and it's everything that you've already heard. You can have everything that you want, and you'll get everything that you want if you want it bad enough. You'll find a way. You'll find a way. It's within you. One of the podcasts I was listening to today, he was talking about you got to find the superhuman in you. The superhuman in you. Because we're all different. We got all different traits, right? Mm. All different traits. But find out that trait inside of you that you can tap into that's going to make you unstoppable. Because you don't have to, Sharon doesn't have to be Alcee, and Alcee doesn't have to dance like Earl, and Earl doesn't have to, be so as good looking as Sam, and on and on. We're all our own people. We got our own individual special qualities that are going to appeal to a lot of people. And it doesn't have to be anything that grandiose and that magical. You guys understand? I mean, one of the things he was talking about today, he was talking about the person that says, well, like when he was talking about like marketing yourself, he was saying, well, maybe this person says, well, I'm just a normal, ordinary person. I can't market myself like you market yourself. Like, because he's more like, whatever. And he's been doing it, so he's professional at it, and he knows a lot about psychology, and he's a real smart person, and he's read a lot of books, so he's got the personal development, so he knows the things to tap into. He knows his audience. He knows human nature. A lot of psychological things that go hand in hand with this stuff, right? But he says for the person that says, you know, I'm just a normal, ordinary person. He's going, that right there could be your superhuman gift. Because guess what? You tap into you just being a normal, ordinary person. And then guess how many normal, ordinary people out there are going to bond with you and trust you and believe you. Because you ain't no fancy, you know, slick salesman. You're just a normal, ordinary, down-to-earth person.
I love it.
You guys see the difference there? So it don't
Yeah.
matter. I'm telling you. It don't matter. But it's something. But he talked about you really need to reflect on this and get, you know, because you all of y'all got gifts. First, I mean, obviously this is talking about us as, you know, what your special gift is. But y'all also keep in mind, you know, we're just the messenger for Herbalife anyway, for the products and the business opportunity. Herbalife is bigger than me. It's bigger than you. It's bigger than all of us here. Y'all already know that, 94 countries. Okay. The products do what they do, and that is freaking phenomenal what the products do. You got to be the messenger for that. You got to figure out how to tap into your market and to your audience. And all of y'all already are doing that, by the way. You're already doing it. Okay. But you got to also reflect, keep doing it, and how can I multiply that? How can I reach more people? How can I be a better communicator? How can I get people to trust me quicker, faster? How can I get people to like me quicker, faster? And by the way, no matter how likable some of you are, sometimes them people just ain't gonna like you no matter what. Because they don't like much of anything, do they? Because there's, you know, so you got to realize that too. But those aren't the people you're marketing to, is it? The people that make those quick, no matter how friendly and how much you smile at them, Alcy, and they don't come your way. Guess what? Mark Hughes could show up on their doorstep with his sparkly smile and ain't gonna come his way either. Because these people just have decided that they're stubborn and I ain't listening to nobody. That ain't your market anyway. That ain't your audience anyway. That ain't the people that you're worried about anyway. But about a good 30% of people that you're going to come across are going to be that way. And they don't even know why they're like that. A lot of this stuff goes back to when they were 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 years old, and it shaped who they are. You guys got me? So it ain't your fault. It ain't your fault that they don't like your beautiful smile and your beautiful jokes and your beautiful, how fun you are and how awesome this business opportunity and products are, and that you've lost 125 pounds and they need to lose 50 and they're killing themselves and they've got diabetes and high blood pressure. But no matter what you say, they're still going to be stubborn and say no because of something that happened to them when they were 7 years old. So that's something y'all just got to realize that a good 1/3 of the people that you're going to come across, they ain't that bright. Let me just put it that way. And sometimes it's not even their fault. They don't even know why they're acting that way. It's like a child that acts up. It ain't really the child's fault. The child is just acting up because however his environment that he's been programmed to or whatever, or his, you know, whatever that's going on inside him. What's that saying down there, Earl? Oh,
Watch out for the cuckoos. Yeah, I'm reading the book right now called The Slight Edge, and he talks about that. Watch out, they're just out there.
Yeah. I listened to this podcast the other night, same guy, Ty Lopez, super smart, got books everywhere. It's incredible. He did I saw a 5-minute video last night and he did like a MTV Cribs. His mansion, it's got to be 40 million. Got to be 40 million. His guest house, massive movie theater, massive gym, massive for jiu-jitsu and all that. That was just the guest house. Just insane. But he was saying something the other day. What was my he was saying, I mean, he called it what it was. He says, listen, people are dumb. People are dumb. And he wasn't saying it in a condescending way. He says, you just got to understand, some people are dumb. And it ain't even like their fault. It's how they were raised. It's their parents. Their parents were stupid. And then they learn from stupid parents. Parents are stupid with their children. That's just what it is. He talked about it. He says, I'm not an optimist. I'm not a pessimist, but I am a realist. I'll tell you what I think in the way that it is. A good portion of people out there are dumb. So that'll kind of help you. And you can translate that into, we're not saying everybody's dumb, right? So you translate that however you want. But we're talking business. We're talking humans. We're talking psychology. So the point is whenever you're putting the pitch on somebody with all your heart and all of your special superhuman qualities that you have, they don't respond to you. They don't engage. They don't, they don't budge. Then at least you can kind of go, oh, maybe it's not me. Actually, it might have been you. First of all, it might have been you. Don't clap yet, Earl. It might have been you, but I doubt it's you. If you're the one showing up on these calls and doing your personal development and doing what you do, becoming a better human being. How can I be the best that I can be, right? So first you look inward. Is it me? How do I communicate with people? My body language. Another guy on those things talking about body language. The first 5 seconds, people size you up with body language, not even words. So there's all these things that happen. So we look at ourselves, we try to get better, and that's the never-ending project right there, is it? But the long and the short of it is that the people that are going to be stubborn, y'all just got to realize that usually it ain't going to be nothing that had to do with you or your product. It was them. And it's no big deal. You don't spend your time and energy on that once you start realizing it, because you got to work with the 70% of the market, that has the best potential for you to reach, and don't worry about the 30% that are just going to live their life stubborn. And maybe guess what? Maybe for 30 years they live stubborn, and then they go see Joel Osteen, and it all turns around for them, and then the next Herbalife distributor gets them because you were nice to them a year ago. So they might be stubborn for a particular period of time, but you can always change. Like Jim Rohn says, you're not a tree. You can change. You can move. Okay? You're not a duck. You can fly. Right? You can move. You can get out of your cage. So some people, they will change. Others won't. And you just got to kind of understand that. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay? So anyway, some of this stuff will kind of help you when you guys are out there, closing out the end of the year. The big thing is to keep this short, and then we'll let anybody that wants to say a few words, and then we can sing happy birthday to Earl. He's turning 40. Earl, you better keep shaving your head so it don't turn gray. You understand? Because then you're going to have to start coloring it like I do. You look like Swan.
Just for men.
Yeah.
You look like Cisco.
Hey, I outperformed Bisco today. He's only 26. He's on the call too, so you know.
Oh, so you're feeling good about yourself. Oh, so you just had to throw that dig in there.
He was amazing, by the way. I don't want y'all to think that. He's amazing, but
Hold on. Bisco was amazing. So y'all catch this thread here. Bisco was freaking amazing.
He was.
But I outperformed him. So what does that make me?
More amazing.
I was like, Bisco tired? I'm like, wait, what? I'm making 40 and he tired? Like, what's going on?
Like, oh, I see Bisco over here huffing and puffing. It's my time to run. I'm going to show these people.
Like, Bisco stepping outside? Like, what's going on? Bisco was amazing, though, seriously.
Bisco.
That's just for my own. That's for my own.
And so I guess that explains why Bisco's not on video.
Yeah, he's sweating and puffing.
Does that explain why Bisco's not on video?
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
where you at, Bisco?
Yeah,
You don't want to show his face.
Bisco, where did you go?
You did two
Where
classes.
you go, Bisco?
Bisco's got his head in some paper right now.
What a young man out, man.
A 40-year-old man beat you.
40-year-old man.
Got so much gray hair, he's got to shave it twice a day, just so people don't know.
Lord.
Bisco.
Come on video.
I'll be clean Friday.
That's awesome. That makes you feel good, doesn't it, Earl?
Yeah, thank God for Herbalife, man, for real. Like
I'm telling you.
I am so much gratitude. Like, I have no idea, man, how much gratitude I have for that one day I went over to the gym and changed my life, and it's insane how much endurance I have, and it don't even make any sense. It's crazy. It's
I
crazy.
tell you what, I'm just gonna tell y'all this. I'm glad that no matter where I go, I'm branded.
Man,
Because if I wasn't branded, I mean, we might have met anyway, but I doubt we would have, because he's the one that came up to me because he saw my shirt.
Wow.
Man, that's a cool looking shirt. Where'd you get it?
yeah,
Because he thought it was a 24-hour shirt for the gym. It was 24-hour fitness, and it had 24. It didn't have 124 on it. It had 24 here, 24 there, 24 there, and 24 on the back.
yeah.
Oh, just like Earl, but it on both sleeves and the back.
Yeah.
And he liked it. It was one of football-looking jerseys.
Yeah.
Nice.
So always be branded. Always be branded. You never know who you're going to meet, because all the softening of the market that we're doing out there.
Yeah.
You know, people be seeing Herbalife on Instagram, then they meet you and you can sign them up.
Yeah, I had I mean, my gratitude is so sincere. You have no idea. I've been doing new classes with Body Combat, and like I've got a whole new following growing with that, because they're like so amazed because I'm new to this class by so much energy that I have in this class. They're blown away, and they find out that I'm 40. Like, it blows them away, you know. So, but I tell them, man, it's the nutrition, you know. It's insane, because gratitude.
Oh, that's it. That's it. And the way that things were going, even though you were in the gym and stuff, almost 50 pounds overweight, the chances could be, because of being 50 pounds overweight, who knows? You could have gotten injured in the gym doing what you were trying to do because of being overweight, and then you could have been out of the gym for 6 more months and gained 20 more pounds.
Yeah.
So it's not like you would have stayed in the gym, because no telling what could happen when you're overweight and don't have nutrition and you got high blood pressure like you had and all that stuff, right? So just the cause and effect of this is just amazing. So y'all keep that in mind. You know, when you're out there doing your business, it's your duty. People are counting on you. Boy, that next person you're going to meet, you could change their life, and then the lives that they can change. Because it wasn't that just Herbalife changed Earl's life, is it? Now look what Earl's doing. You understand?
Right.
He's changing lives. So that's the cause and effect of this thing just goes on and on and on, you know. And it's crazy. I can go to the Bahamas tomorrow for the rest of my life, and Earl's going to get up and take his shakes and go out and do Bisco tomorrow and keep changing lives.
You're awesome, Bisco, man. I just had to say you're awesome, brother. I appreciate you.
Yeah, you better make up for that. If Bisco don't show up to
I love Bisco, man. I don't want him to leave.
If Bisco is 10 minutes late for class tomorrow, Earl's going to be going, oh, my God, I better call and apologize. Right? He's going to make you sweat tomorrow. I ain't coming.
Oh, God.
Awesome. What are you doing, Alcy?
I was dead.
Oh, that's it.
But to talk about being branded and always thinking about how you can change somebody's life, we was in the airport, and Morgan put all the products in the bag, in those like metallic bags that they were selling like earlier this year. But there's a lot of products, so they had to test them, and it was pretty crazy. And I just kept seeing this dude that looked so much like me when I was working at fast food, because he was moving very fast. You could tell he was trying to prove a point, because he was really big, but, you know, he wanted to show people that he can work. That's just what I seen.
Yeah.
And he was sweating, and it was early in the morning, and I just kept looking at him. I'm like, I'm about to change his life. So, you know, before we end up leaving, I try to catch him, you know, in a like a grace period, because, you know, it was so much going on. So I try to catch him where I can have his attention. And so I just was like, I got it from Morgan that she sent it on the internet. I was like, I might be barking up the wrong tree, but I'm a fitness coach and a nutritionist expert, and I just want to give you my business card. And what Mr. O'Neal had helped me do was because he had the idea of putting like a result on it.
Oh,
And
yes.
I always hand him the card like that when I say it.
Oh,
And when I handed it to him, I didn't give it to him because he was busy. So I set it on a piece of tissue. And I was like, it might not be for you. But anyway, long story short, he called me today or whatever. So I talked to him. I was like, McKinley, Texas. I was like, okay, I was passing out a lot of business cards. I was like, what's somebody in Texas? So I asked, hello, how you doing? He's like, hey, man. And so, you know, we talked and I talked to him a little bit, probably like 5 minutes, even if that. And so I told him, go do the wellness evaluation to let me see if you're serious. If not, we just talking. So, you know, we hung up. I sent him the email, my website. He was like, I'm really not looking for products right now. I was like, that's perfectly fine. I was like, thank you for even calling me and reaching out because, yeah, you are looking for products.
Yeah.
And so, you know, I sent him another picture of me. So I have it in his phone every time he opened up that message when he's hesitant, you know. So he'll be back tax time because I'm going to just keep sending him a message here and there. But that just go to show, you know, always be branding, always be thinking about how you can change somebody's life. And I heard Style Bell say, listen to one of his videos, that a lot of people are going to say 2018 is their year. And he was like, 2018, he's like, I'm going to be honest, 2018, not my year. But it's my year to set up my year. And so I'm just like, wow, that's pretty awesome. You know, that a person, a person like that, you know, he's just shifting his mind that I'm just a messenger. And it's so humble that he said that is because it's going to actually end up being his year. Just because that's the mindset he has.
right.
Because he's not going out there scrambling and so worried about the outcome of the work that he's doing because he already got in his mind that the work I'm doing now is not going to show up now. But it really will show up now if you're doing it.
Exactly.
So that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it really is. That's awesome.
That was so good. Wow,
Yeah.
thank you.
No
That's
doubt.
awesome. So how do you feel, Earl, Friday? I found out my dad's birthday's on the 23rd of December and
Okay.
Earl is the 22nd.
Mm.
So that's kind of special.
Do it, Brandon.
What are you doing, Brandon?
He said, make the business cards. Can I send him a photo or something?
Yeah, place that on. Take a picture and place
Yeah,
that on
put it on
NCL.
NCL. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
take a photo.
Mr. O'Neal, he led the way with that one.
That's
And
awesome.
I got to do that.
That's awesome.
He actually let me. Well, Miss O'Neal actually let me log into their Vista print and order 1,000. So that's my goal when I'm out here is to pass out all of them. Cause probably about 400 is probably gone, like in the Ruston, Grambling, Monroe area. So I'm trying to get the 1,000 out here because people care about their body out here.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Oh yeah. What? You got San Diego?
You know, in the haystack in the South because of their parents.
Hey,
what's San Diego, Elsie?
Hey, what's the weather? Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Earl.
No, I was just asking him. He said people care about their body out here. I know if you're talking about San Diego. I'm assuming.
San Diego. The West Coast, period. It's so many beaches. Nobody want to walk around, you know, looking how I used to look.
Yeah.
So,
what's the weather prediction out there for Christmas? How warm is it out there?
Today it was sunny, but it was like a little breeze. I was expecting to wear flip flops when I hopped off because that's what I always do, and I was like, oh, hold on. But the sun was there, so it's like okay, and the palm tree's still here, so it's like all right.
Yeah, I'll take that. I
take that. I definitely take that.
But it's still a good 70 plus degrees.
Oh,
yeah, it's just like the water. It's the water I feel, you know.
I got you. Oh, that's awesome. Well, it's like in the 20s at night. Going to be in the 20s here. Oh, at night. During the night, though.
How about the daytime?
I think like 40s and stuff like that. Yeah.
Well, good thing for you. Good thing for you. I know you got a bubble jacket with Herbalife on it, so you'll be all right.
Oh, I got everything with Herbalife on it. Anything I put on better have Herbalife on it.
Righteous.
You understand? Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all one thing right now. If y'all ever catch me anywhere anytime, not wearing with something Herbalife on it, you just better not even talk to me because that means I'm in a bad mood. You understand?
Oh,
That's
So
like,
look
I
here.
don't-
So
it's like,
so with,
if I ain't wearing nothing, if I'm in a terrible mood and all mad at everybody, I'm not gonna put on Herbalife and go give Herbalife a bad name. You guys follow me? So you need to read something into that. If I'm out in my, I mean, I don't even know what I would wear.
hey, Glenn, I forgot to tell you, I met a guy at the Apple store, and so he saw my shirt, and I was telling him he's 40 as well, but the guy's a great shape, healthy looking guy, and he's like, "Yeah, man, I work at a Cowboys Fit," and I was like, "Man, that's crazy." I said, "Yeah, man, I met a guy at the gym, man, he changed my life, and that's how I got involved." He said, "Man, you know what? I see this guy with all this stuff like what you have on, like at the gym, like like that. Is that him?" And I was like, "I already know it's him." I said, "Yeah, that's him." I said,
That's him.
Like what?
And did you? By the way, and did you say? And I'm sorry that you have to witness and be around him, right?
Oh no! I told him I'm coming over there because my audition is on the 28th.
That's awesome. What's his name? You remember his name?
Josh.
Josh.
Yes.
Yeah, I know a lot of people up there already.
Yeah.
I might know his face.
He's ripped, man. Is
he? Does he go at night or during the day? Do you know?
He said he goes in the day, but he rarely goes at night. He was there. He saw you apparently. But he just remembered seeing you there or something.
Yeah. All right.
He's talking about your towel. He's talking about your towel.
The towel too. Oh, y'all don't even know. I mean, I'm a germaphobe, but I got this big old towel. Because I mean,
I gotta get one of those.
Hey.
I gotta get one of those.
Cowboys Fit is, by the way, Cowboys Fit is so nice that they got these trash cans all over the gym. And on the top of the trash can is a dispensary for those sanitary wipes. So you just pull them out, and you wipe down your stuff. But still, all them benches that I go to, even in this really, really nice gym, I look on them benches and they got the sweat marks from people's head and their back. I'm like, man, you don't even clean it off before you leave. So people don't have good hygiene. They don't have common sense to clean your nastiness off. It's freaking flu season. You understand? The weather's changing, people coughing and being sick and everything else, and then you want to leave your nastiness all over that. So anyway, I wipe it off, right? I wipe the things off, but I got this big old Herbalife 24 towel. It's got Herbalife 24 on both ends, and I put it on there. So I clean it before I put my towel on it. I ain't gonna put my towel over on their stuff there that they left.
Yeah.
And,
when he said about that towel, I said I got to get a towel. I was like,
dude, I got an extra one. I'll give you. But listen. A couple of things on that. Not only is it good common sense, not only is it great branding, but if I get caught up talking to somebody, or if I need to, you're gonna walk all the way downstairs to go to the bathroom. You know, you drink so much PR7 and prepare and all this other stuff. You gotta go to the bathroom a couple times during your workout. So guess what? It's also a placeholder.
Yeah.
It's a freaking billboard holding my spot. You understand? I ain't got nobody that comes up to me, hey, can I work in? Because the placeholder, it's on there. They ain't going to ask me if I can work in. You understand? I don't want your sweaty body on my stuff. It's already clean. I don't want you even asking me because I don't want you to have to say no. You understand what I'm saying? So usually people don't ask if they can work in if you got your towel on the bench, and it's great advertisement. Great advertisement, you know. And I got my bag there too, Herbalife Nutrition International President's Team. So that always makes me feel special, you know. So anyway, y'all keep that stuff in mind. Y'all keep that stuff in mind. Okay. Awesome. Great call, guys. Great call. Who's gonna lead the? Sharon, why don't you lead the birthday celebration and wish your unbelievable mentor a happy birthday? We can all sing with you. So y'all come off mute.
I get on her nerves.
What'd you say?
I get on her nerves.
Well, that means you're being a good sponsor.
No.
That's right.
You're getting on her nerves. You're a good sponsor. Brandon, come off mute.
Okay.
Beautiful voice that you sing like John Legend or something.
Uh-oh.
Oh, really?
Woo!
It comes from
Wait,
the
what?
back of the throat, baby.
Oh my goodness.
Y'all ready?
Let's go, Sharon.
Go.
Elsie,
Count us
scared.
down.
Elsie, scared.
Happy birthday to
you.
you.
Happy
birthday
Birthday
to you.
Happy
Happy
birthday,
birthday, dear.
girl.
Happy
Happy
birthday
birthday
to
to
you.
you. Elsie.
Man, that's recorded, right? Like,
That's recorded.
Hey, nobody gonna sing happy birthday like you.
I'm
I think
gonna
that's like
Snapchat that
Elvis
up.
was in the
I'm
building.
gonna Snapchat that one off of YouTube, man.
Elvis was in the building.
I'm Snapchat that one. That was awesome, guys. Thank you. Thank
No
you.
doubt, baby. Birthday.
I
Awesome,
appreciate
awesome.
it, yo.
Well, we
Appreciate it.
love y'all guys. Let's make it happen. Let's make it happen. And then next Wednesday will be the last call of the year. We're having a call next Wednesday, last call of 2017. And by the way, I want y'all to do something for me. Take your right hand out. Take your right hand out. Okay. Grab the Bible. Y'all ain't got the Bible next to you? No, I'm just joking. Earl does.
All right.
I'm joking. Don't grab the Bible. I was going to say, put your hand on. I need you to solemnly swear. No.
Uh-oh.
So that was a joke. So right hand up. Take it over. Take it like this. Okay. Now I need to pat yourself on the back. Pat yourself on the back for being such an awesome person, awesome distributor, awesome leader, being so consistent, being on these calls, come rain, sleet, sunshine, or palm trees, or the Pacific Ocean. Listen, it don't matter. Y'all never miss these things, and what a difference I guarantee you that they're making in your business. You guys got me?
Yeah.
So pat
Yeah.
yourself on the back and be proud of who you are for developing and you've already developed that discipline and that muscle. And anybody that signs up in the business could only be lucky to have you guys as their sponsor.
Glenn, thank you for your consistency, brother. Thank
Yes,
you.
sir.
Absolutely.
Yes,
Yes.
that's for sure.
Right
Thank
there.
you.
Awesome.
Mean
We
that,
love you
brother.
guys. Merry Christmas.
All right,
Happy
Monica.
Christmas.
Happy Hanukkah.
Every time.
Likewise.
Valentine's Day.
I guess.
And let's make it happen.
Let's do it.
Hey, Monica.
Look,
Hey,
hey,
Monica.
y'all know, hey, y'all better have some sympathy for me, because Monica left me at 4:30 in the morning, and she ain't coming back to Christmas Day.
Uh-oh.
I'm over here with the dogs. I mean, I tissue just like, oh,
For my baby.
just up and left me.
You ain't gonna have
The
nothing
holiday
organized.
season.
You ain't gonna have
And then-
nothing
But
organized.
then I don't have much.
You ain't
I
gonna
don't have
nothing
much
organized.
recourse when I try to pitch a fit.
Monica, I've
because she
seen
goes,
him, but I've seen him without you for a couple of days. It ain't good. It ain't.
hey, yeah.
I had to check on him. I had to check on him.
Although
so
we
many
did have a
times.
good, hey, Earl.
Look, but hey, we had to look out for both our wives all the time. We were both a hot mess.
Hey, we did have a good time watching the UFC fight, though.
Yeah, we were both out. I was
We
consoling.
had a good time. But don't tell her that we had a good time.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Oh, so listen. I don't have much recourse when I'm sitting there crying. Like, oh, you gonna not be here for the holidays, whatever. It's the holiday season. She goes, put your blinders back on and shut up.
Oh, okay.
Go back to work.
Monica, are you trying
You
to
know
tell
them
us something?
holidays don't mean nothing to you. That's what she tells me.
It must be a
She
gift.
tries
or
to
something.
use that stuff back on me. Look at her doing her face.
What are you even doing?
That's a snap mad.
I don't
You
know what
look creepy now.
I'm out. Hey, I ain't got nothing to do. Brandon said I'm out.
Yeah, hey, Earl, Snapchat.
He wants us to leave.
Earl, Snapchat that and say, look, this is my sponsor. If she can do it, anybody can do it. Business called washing her face.
We got off real quick.
All right, y'all.
All right, we love y'all. Peace out.
Later, y'all.
Yeah. See ya.
Thank you.
See ya.